Hello everyone, welcome to Lighthouse Stamping with Lorraine. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Vancouver, Washington. Thank you for joining me. Before we get started, the housekeeping notes, a list of all the products I use will be listed below. I'll try to list as many dimensions and things as I can remember after we build these cards, so you'll have that information. There's a link to my online store. If you need a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love to be yours. My email is listed below. If you have any questions, you can send me an email. And we have a Facebook group. We'd love to have you join. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe and help me grow in YouTube world. On Wednesday, we made this beautiful one-sheet wonder. Well, today we're going to cut it up. And I have not done a lot with it. This is it. I did grab some things out that I'd already had in my, because I told you, if I cut extra, I keep things. So I pulled things out that I had already cut that I thought might look good with this, you know, color-wise. This is so soft succulent, but I wasn't sure. It might, I don't know. There was some extra, I had cut some flowers I didn't use. And we use these flowers just a little bit different color scheme, but I thought they more because we have some white and just different things, some leaves. And then I had some tags and odds and ends I had not used, circle punch. And I grabbed us some insides for our cards. That is the extent of it. So let me slide all this out of my way. All the stamp sets are still sitting here. I grabbed punches, dies, anything we might need to make the cards. This is when a live would be nice, and I'm sorry I can't go live yet with you guys, but until I get that 1,000 subscribers, they won't let me. So someday, but we'll get there eventually. So if you remember when I was stamping that there was a small mistake on one of the flowers because I dropped the ink pad. And it's right there. It's not very noticeable, but we're going to save that one and do something a little different with that one. We're going to do something different all of them. So I'm going to first take these two panels off here at this end, and we are going to cut them. I'm going to actually cut this right in half at 5.5. I don't know how many cards we're going to make. We're just going to go till we have, no, I'm going to set this aside until we're done with the paper. So now we need to cut this. Now we could cut it in half. But we have to decide where we want to take things off of. And I think I want to keep a little bit of this, more of this color on there. So I'm going to take it out of the center. So we need 4 inches wide. So we're going to take it from the center. Now we'll flip this around and take this from 4 inches from the center. We'll save this. We'll put it on the inside of a card or something. So now we have 2 pieces here to make 2 cards. First 2 cards I thought would go real simple, and I thought we might use the bright colors. Go bright on these and cheery. One in grape and one in berry burst. So let me see here. This is just a sleeve. I keep some of my paper in a little drawer, and it allows me to move around. If I'm right, this should be 11 by 4 1/4. There's one base. And this one is 8.5. So let's cut it down to 5.5, and we have 2 bases. Now, if you're doing multiple, of course, you would score it and then cut it and stuff. But since we're just doing, you know, one at a time, we're just going to go from there. So let's score this one at 4 1/4. And let's score this one at 4 1/4. It's not 4 1/4, it's 5.5. Sorry. First one's 4 1/4. This one's 5.5. Okay, so we did that. So let's set this aside here and think about what we're going to do next. I did, like I said, get some white for the insides. So we have these 2, so we can go either this direction or this direction. So let's look at this first one here. Oh, I didn't cut the length on these. Well, we better do that first. No, I forgot something. Let's take the, this needs to be 5 1/4. See? Told you I make mistakes. I'll save these little pieces off to the side here. Might use them for something. Okay, so now we have this one. Let's look at this one first and decide how we want this card to go. I'm actually thinking this direction would look very nice. Let's keep this one fairly simple. Why don't we, looking what I have off to the sides here, why don't we make a nice, just a little oval out of Gorgeous Grape and stamp a simple verse on this one. Very simple. So I did bring out my oval punch. And let's get another small piece of Gorgeous Grape. And we need a verse. And whatever we choose needs to fit inside that oval punch. The question is, will that, nope, that won't fit. Hang on, I'm looking through my stamps since I grabbed. I did pull out a couple more, especially for the verses. There's a nice happy birthday right there. So let's make this one a happy birthday. This is the circle sayings. And let me grab a block. Overkill on the block, but it works. And we need some white paper. And do I have any scrap up here? Yep. I know you're all used to seeing everything so nice and fairly organized when I'm filming videos, but this is, we're flying by the seat of our pants today. Ooh, that's terrible. Let's try this side. That's better. This is design on the go day. Yeah, let me clean this block here, just in case I decide to use it again and I stick purple into lemon lolly or something like that. We don't want that happening. So let's go ahead and punch this one out of Gorgeous Grape. We'll keep this first card simple. I've got an extra white. We'll throw it over in the pile. Like I said, I keep all of them when I have extras. You never know when you need it. And there's some Gorgeous Grape. We do need an so that's that. We do need an inside for our card. Happy birthday. Need something in the inside. And I seen something in that stamp set just a moment ago. Because you're awesome. I'm not sure about that one. Well, you know what? We could leave the inside blank for now. And I can always come back and put something in it later. So we'll worry about the outsides today. But let's go ahead and put our inside in. This is a standard mat, 4 by 5 1/4. And you could do this with all of them, just make them this simple. I thought I'd try to do a couple of them stepped up. And I want my green to be on the top, my dark green. Like that. I think we should pop this up. I think we'll pop this one up on some dimensionals. Like I said, this is a really simple one. This is the simple way to get 4 cards out really fast. We go right about there. It does need a little something though, doesn't it? Let's look at my bling box here. Because I know that in here is this. These are the glossy dots. And there is a pretty dark, nice, gorgeous grape in there. So there's little ones up here, so we'll take the little ones. I think we'll just put one on either side of the birthday. Just like that. Just to give it a little bling. So this is the simplest card in the world. After you stamped your One Sheet Wonder. So there's card number 1. And I'll leave everything sitting out as I use them so that I know to put them on the list. Okay, card number 2. This is Mary Merlot. So we can go this way or tint. I think I like it this way, standard up and down. Like that. Now, what else do we want to use with this? I'm wondering. We could just make this a celebrate card and put celebrate in here. And we have some of these small flowers already stamped, like this one here, that would fit just inside that celebrate. But I don't think we want to do celebrate on white. Let's look at some let's put some bubble bath with it. Oh, there's a smaller piece. This is why I keep these little sleeves. I've put a couple pieces of full size in here. I've got another stack where I keep them, but this is just my working when I'm doing little projects. So let's stamp on this celebrate. Put that inside of it. So let's go celebrate. And get a nice big block here. Not a giant block, Larry. I don't need an E block for that one. So let's do celebrate, and we'll put the pretty flower in the center of it. And then I already got the happy birthday out here, so we'll put happy birthday on the inside. So, and we're going to use Berry Burst. And this, remember, this one is with, use the 2 3/8 circle punch, the new one that comes with this set. Oh, look at that. That is Berry Burst on top of the bubble bath. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay. Let's clean that off. I already had the a nice white piece here. Let's go ahead and do happy birthday again with the same one. Just like that. And maybe we'll go ahead and stick that at the bottom of this. Because we can. Maybe Seal will come out and play nice with me today. I'm trying to work with it more and get it better. So we get a better understanding of each other. So I've left it the same length. I'm just going right to the bottom of the paper. just like that. You don't need a lot to make a card very pretty on the inside. That's just a piece of the DSP that we had made, and there's no sense throwing it in the trash. So let's go ahead and punch this out. Grab the right punch. Uh-oh. When you're doing this, make sure that you've stamped far enough into big enough to cut your circle. I did not. So we have to redo it. I don't know. It will not cut with the smaller circle I have. So I'll just fussy cut it later. But for now, we will just restamp a little further in the middle. Live and learn from my mistakes. I haven't used this punch a whole lot yet. I love circle punches though. And I'm cleaning off this stamp so I don't. I've got so much stuff on my desk. I don't want ink all over. You can't see my desk, but trust me, it looks like a war zone right now. Except now I'm too high. Just a little too high. Like I said, invite your friends in. I screw up all the time. You know that. There we go. We won't throw that away, though. I'll use something with it. So we have that. We have our flower. And we have the inside of our card. Right here. And let's put this on here. And I determined I want to go this direction, I believe. Yeah. Now we're going to put the Celebrate. You know, I thought the Celebrate was a good idea, but it's covering way too much of the flower up. It really is. I'm going to save that for something else. I don't like it. That is one thing you get to do when you are doing your own things. If you don't like something, you change it. So let's see here. I need to go much smaller. So let me think here for a second. I will tell you, I'm a big one for not putting a verse on the front of a card. I'm grabbing some linen thread. Now I have to start this is a new roll of linen thread. There we go. Love linen thread. And remember that punch we made just a little while ago that didn't fan out too well? We're going to build us a little greenery on here instead of a sentiment. Actually, I'm not even sure we'll need that. Okay. This is a sprig. I believe this is from the Dainty... I think it's from the Dainty Flowers collection set. Could be wrong. I think that's the one. I'll look in a second. So let's just put some greenery on either side of this. Like that. Okay. So I'm going to use my seal again. I'm going to use this as my back instead. seal all over the back of this flower. There's nothing says that a verse has to always be on the front of a card. At least this is my opinion. Okay. Then we're going to take some twine. Get back over here. 2, 3. 3 should be enough. I'm going to take and twist it. Try to twist it without dropping all the ends. It's okay. It'll all work out. Won't twist it. We'll wait until we get down here to twist it. I'm going to twist it as I put it on here and let it go out. Now it's going to want to try to go everywhere, but that's okay. Okay, now we're going to grab some dimensionals. And this poor little flower is going to have so many dimensionals. So we're going to cover up all that linen thread to make sure that it stays where we want it. Yeah, half of one. Isn't that beautiful? Just a little something extra on here. Sorry, I have the back doesn't want to come off. You ever had one stuck that does not want to come off? And then I'm going to set this up here about like that. I'm going to trim this tail down on this one and this one so it's not quite as full. You can move these around a little bit still. But I think that's a very sweet card. And then it says happy birthday on the inside. Like I said, these are just quick and easy cards using up scrap that I had sitting around. Not trying to cut too much. Just trying to take it as easy as possible. So we went with the dark colors on the first ones. So let's go with some lighter colors with the second ones. Like I said, they're going to be as equally as easy. And we know that Celebrate was just too big, so I'm just going to throw it back in his case real fast here. Look what else is in this little case here we might want to use. Celebrate's a great stamp, but it's just too big for our card. So we know we have 2 more pieces here. And this is the one that had the damage on it. Not bad damage, repairable damage. So we know they need this at, let's see here. This should be 8.5. So 4 1/4 is in the middle. That looks good. This is the second piece that we left. And I do need to cut a little bit off. I'm going to go this, not this side, to 4 1/4. Now this one, we're going to save that one. We're going to do this one a lighter color, equally simple. And let's see here, color to use. Bubble Bath. Lolly or Fresh Freesia. I like that bubble gum. I also like the Lemon Lolly to bring out the lemon. So let's use this one for this one, and the next card we'll do the Bubble Bath. So we need a cardstock, which I don't have one. This is Lemon Lolly. I haven't had a chance to play much with Lemon Lolly. let's go this way. 4 1/4. And I'm going to score it at 5 1/2. Okay. Now let's see what else I have over here. No, that does not go well with that. Yeah, a lot of the stuff of what I took out does not go well with this. You know, I just want a small little verse cut out. Who has a good sediment die? This one. Right there. We can cut that out of lemon lolly really easy. And I also have some scrap of lemon lolly, so we don't need to cut into a big piece. And let's get little Cranky out here real fast. I need to get done. It's starting to get very warm today. I'm filming this on Thursday. And it's still warm. Was the die I took out of the daisy, which has this beautiful little stitching around it. And I'm going to put right back in the daisy so I don't get too many things out here. That's one thing. If you're using multiple, like I've got 8 sets out here right now, you really need to make sure that you keep things separated or have a picture of everything so you know exactly where they go. Okay, now I don't think stamping on that's going to be too good. So I need a ruler, my little ruler. I didn't bring a little ruler. We'll use the overkill ruler. Excuse me. 3/4 by 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. Okay, so I'm going to take a piece of white. Let's see if I have any more scrap white up here before I cut into another full piece. I do. We are going to cut a little 3/4 by 1 3/4. It's a very tiny little square to go right inside there. Because we are going to put the word in here, smile. This is not going to be a birthday card. This is just going to be a happy card. You guys ever send out cards to people just because? It's important to send cards to people just because. I know some of my family and friends, they know that I sometimes just, they'll get a card in the mail. It might be a birthday card, and their birthday is about 6 months away. But no, I'll send cards, even if they're not birthday cards. Sometimes, though. And this is Lemon Lolly I'm stamping in right in the center of this. It doesn't show up real well, but you hold it really close. Focus, focus. Let me try it this way. You can see it sort of, it's not focusing really good because it is light, but you can see it on the card itself. I can see it plain as day. So there's that. We do need an inside for our card. What do we want to put on the inside of our card? Maybe it just needs to say thinking of you. Okay, let's see here. Nope. I'm going to put in a smile. Your friendship means everything. This is from the Daisy set. Or we could say, oopsie daisy, so sorry. I still, that oopsie daisy gets me. And let's stick that on that case. I'm still going to do this color. I know it's very light on there when you're looking at it, but it does really show up well when you're in person. Okay, like I said, we're going to keep this one pretty simple too. So let's glue this on the front. Sorry, we have a glue boogie. It's funny how fast those set up too. There's that little piece. Let's glue. Oh, we have to decide now which way. We hadn't decided. Tent fold. Tent fold. Side fold or side fold. I know it's all the hard decisions. I think like that. Oh, it can't go. It has to be a 10 fold. I stamped it that way. Then we'll go this way. Please change your mind. It doesn't matter. Almost everything you can turn. Let's score that too. Need a little more burnishing. Oop, I didn't trim that down all the way either. I forgot a 1/4 inch. So trying to decide which way I like it better. Okay. And get some dimensionals for this. And right about there. think I'm going to go ahead and stick this one on the inside here. Not a lot of glue, just a little bit. Just a little 1/4 inch strip. Got the extra, you might as well use it. And there is that one, but it still needs something more. It needs some bling or something. What kind of bling does this need? Hang on. I know what it needs. It needs some lemon lollipops. I have them. I know I have them. No, that's too much lemon. Let's use some butterflies. Let's put one up here. Let's put one right here. And we'll put another big one here. And that's our third little card. Now, if you want to put smaller pieces on your cards of the paper you just stamped, you can, make more than 4 cards. But I'm going for 4 cards today. Okay, we are going to use this one for the last one. That's what I decided to do. Because we do have some little bit of damage, but that's not the only reason. I just thought it'd be so cool to take this nice big die, and this is the scalp contours die, and cut that out with scalp contours die. So if you excuse me for 1 second, I'm going to turn around here. I have my big shot off the camera here. On the table here next to me. And let's just put that in there. Okay. I haven't left you. Whoop. I'm just dropping things all over the floor again today. Let me set that back there. I have to go get our piece. It went flying across the room. Put this back. Now, there is a small one here. I already had a couple scallops cut out, but they're just way too big. But there is this little one here. And let's get these pieces out. Isn't that pretty cut out with this? Deckled rectangles would be awful pretty to cut this out too. So I've used that before to cut these. Any dies would be beautiful. So we've got this one, and what did I do with the rest of them? I'm putting my dies away so I don't get them mixed up with others. So we've got this one here, and we decided we were going to use bubble gum on this one. If I remember what I said. And I do have some bubble gum, which is 8.5, so we'll cut it down to 5.5. And we'll score at 4 1/4. This is the first time actually I've played with this particular color. I like this one. I like the Lemon Lolly too. Isn't that beautiful? Letting that color shine through. Now our mistake is right there. So we don't have to cover up a huge amount. If we put this here, just in this area, that will cover up the mistake. And it's really not that visible. But yeah. So just use this one. Let's cut out a little piece in the bubble bath. I'm not bringing the little one. I got the big shot sitting right here. So. And it already has little pieces sitting all over the space. And I'll clean that out in a minute. So we've got this one here. So, and it does have a piece that's raised on this, but I still want a white piece to go on here. Excuse me, I'm losing. Let me get, excuse me. Or I lose my voice. Lots of allergy pills these days and always thirsty. So I need a piece that is 1 7/8 by 3/4. That sounds very similar to that last one we had. Okay, I think this should be a birthday card again, just because I always need lots of birthday cards. There's never enough birthday cards. But I really think I need to clean this a little better than I did, because I just got whatever color I used last time with this all over my hands. Just one moment while I grab a tissue. I think I used Berry Burst last time, so we'll get that off there. But we're going to use Bubble Bath. I'm going to stamp Happy Birthday. And I think we're going to put a little bit of greenery or something behind it. Ribbon, greenery. I haven't decided yet. Let me see if I can do a little better. That's a little straighter. Let's go ahead and put that on the front of this. You hear the planes, those are fighters taking off from the International Guard. There is our, well, unless, don't slide it after you put it on, Lori. So there we go. Focus. My camera just does not want to focus up close today. I don't know why. It's being difficult. Now this is not, this is fresh freesia. I also have some more green over here too. Ooh, there's this sprig too, which I think is really quite pretty. I cut that out. I think that's garden green. And this comes from the daisy set. I love that sprig. I think this is too much. And this is also garden green. You know, but maybe we don't need too much. By putting that sprig up there, That hides the rest of that little mishap. Let me see what else I've got over here. I know you have to wait these days because I'm thinking as I'm going. Some ribbon on this one would be nice. Okay. This would look beautiful with this. This is, I can't remember the name of it. It's organza ribbon, I know that. It's glittered organdy ribbon. This was in the Christmas mini catalog, and it is actually available, at least last time I checked, on the exclusives on the online store. So let's put a strip some of that behind here as well. Okay, and the inside, what are we going to do with the inside of this card? Oh, I still have these. I still have these little flowers. We could put 2 flowers on the inside of this card. Would look very nice. Let's do that. Yeah, sometimes I just sit down with bits and pieces and start creating, you know, look at what I have and go from there. I also save them for scrapbooking. I do scrapbooking. And if people are interested in seeing my scrapbooking, I will be happy to show you when I do a page. I don't do that many right now. I've been busy with other things, but I do scrapbooking. There we go. That's the inside of that one. Oh, do I want to raise this up or not? Or just raise this up? I think we'll just raise that piece up. You sit, listen to me talk to myself. My mother tells me I talk to myself all the time when I'm working. She says, do you always talk to yourself? I said, well, no one else is going to answer me. I got to make the decision what I'm going to do. But I don't think we want a full bow. I think we just need some to stick out on either side on this one. About like that. I go a little smaller there, I guess. Okay. Let's bring out that seal again. We'll see if he'd be good for me. We're trying to have a better relationship. I know it's silly, right? Let's do it that way. Make sure I'm going the right direction. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to put a little more of this. Right there. So I get this nice little green sprig back here. I think that really sets it off. I'm going to have to come in a little bit. This will all flatten down when you're doing it. We'll cut a little bit off there. Okay, dimensionals. But I encourage you to try a one sheet wonder. Sit down with scraps, whatever you've got, and go to town. Like I said, I keep scraps of everything. When I was pulling, I'll show you how I keep my scraps. think I may have showed you before. I have a Christmas one. Then I have another one. And then I have a couple of containers that have really small things in them. Okay. Doesn't that organza ribbon looks so beautiful with that? I still think it needs some bling though, but it doesn't need, it needs rhinestones. It needs basic rhinestones. It doesn't need, or, no, let's go basic rhinestones. I know I'm going overkill with the rhinestones. But I just figured it'd look really cool with being in the four corners. Lots of glitter on that one. So let's go over our things. I was going to show you really fast how I store. These are containers the dies keep in. This is pretty much all Christmas. There's a few birdies in here. You can see this is from the farm set. Magnolia. Got all kinds of different things in here. Backs of ovals. And then I also have, oh, I didn't get this one open. We could have pulled some green from there, but I think it mostly was soft succulent. This is just some greenery that I've kept, different little twigs and stuff. And then I have a small container of flowers. But I looked at these and I decided not to use them because some would work in here, but they're all from Sweet as a Peach and the Strawberry Builder. So I decided that probably wasn't a good idea since those two are not available. So yeah, I keep all these, and then as I'm working on scrapbook pages or whatever, that's what I do. So what I'm going to do is in my description, I'm going to mark these right now so I don't forget. That's card number 1. This is card number 2. This is card number 3. And this is card number 4. We're going to mark them right now, this very instant, so I don't mess it up. Pin, pin, pin. I need a pen. Well, I'll grab my new marker. I hadn't opened it yet. This is, if you don't have any of the Stampin' Right markers, this is the one you want to get, the black. And it's got the new nib on it, which is really nice. I got to use one over at a friend's house the other day. 1, 2, 3, 4. So when I put this thing there, I'll list 4 cards and I'll tell you what I used on each of them. And I will put the measurements down too. Okay. So thank you for joining me. I know this one's a long video, but this is what happens when you stamp on the fly. It does take a little longer. So thank you for joining me, and everybody have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week. Goodbye.